My name is Tyneka Harris Coronado, and I work in the Division of Information Services on the academic support team. I firmly believe that I do interact with the university's mission as a part of my work. I feel like as an employee of a university or an institution of higher ed, my responsibility is student success, regardless of what my job is. The way that we do our work is very important to the students, even if we don't work with the students directly. The Vincentian mission and what that means to me, there's two phrases that come to me because one, I was actually an undergraduate student here, so I experienced the institution in two different ways, as a student as well as an employee. But the two phrases that stick with me are Vincentian personalism as well as servant leadership. I feel like I was on the receiving hand of a lot of Vincentian personalism as a student, but it's also just looking at each individual as a person, treating them as a soul, caring for them as you actually work with them or help them with a situation. In my work, I'm always trying to figure out how I can serve someone. You can imagine with technology, people have all types of technology questions, and there's an easy way to make people feel kind of small with the knowledge you have with that. But I've always taken the approach of, can I teach this person something? Can I figure out a way to make them not be negative towards technology, but actually like technology and feel comfortable with it? So can I empower you to do something with technology that you couldn't do before? There was one system and one of the offices that allowed students that were at risk to get feedback from their faculty members at the midpoint of the quarter. And the person that managed that system had just left the institution. And they asked me, would you be able to figure this out? And so I was able to figure it out. They were able to send out the calls for the grades, and the faculty data came in, and they were able to help those students. And I would say that was really had a big impression on me, is that I can use this to help. This was easy for me, but I can use this to help other people help more students. And so that became a very attractive option for me. And 15 years later, I'm still here at the institution doing similar work, is trying to figure out how to help employees that are already here help their students better and improve the retention rates for our students. I'd say I'm actually pretty grateful that the roles that I've had at the institution have been pretty selfless in nature. I guess a better way to explain that, if you think of information services, everything that we do, it's not for ourselves. It's actually for the rest of the institution. We have networks teams to keep the phones on and keep the internet running so that employees, faculty, staff can do their work. We have developers that create applications that hold student data that needs to be created and put in reports for these staff to be able to make better decisions. So even when I worked in the Division of Student Affairs for 13 long years, it was amazing because it was always about, what can I create for a department to help them help the students? So being blessed to have a job where I'm able to work for other people and just create solutions for other people and not myself, and still get that enjoyment out of seeing students graduate, seeing students, be successful and reach their academic goals, and also seeing departments understand better what they need to do to recraft their programs to actually help those students. I feel that St. Vincent did everything that he did for other people to help the poor. It wasn't about himself. He wore the same thing with rich people as he wore when he was hanging out and actually assisting the poor. It was about, what can I do to help? How can I be consistent with what I'm doing? And how can I also care for the people as I'm actually doing my work and not really, offend or walk over someone. So I think that is how that relates to the mission for me.